Morning everyone, I'm here with you again just to give you a bit of a sort of 10-minute morning mobiliser, get you warm, get you moving for the day, get all those joints loose, and yeah, make you feel a little bit better. I've still got PJs on, I imagine you have too, so let's just get going. We're going to start just side on so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to start with some nice easy sort of half three-quarter squats, so just gently bringing yourself down and then controlling it back up, not too deep at the moment. Push the bum down, keep your weight through the heels, and then back up from there. Keep that head in line with the spine throughout. And we're going to go for 3 to 4 more. Down a little bit deeper each time if you can. Just starting to feel everything around the hips and the knees. Just loosen off that tiny little bit. 2 more. Down we go. And then one last time. Down we go. Head stays in line with that spine, and then right up from there. We're going to work a little bit more on the hips, so we're going to get you to stand just a tiny bit more than the shoulder width apart. You're going to glue one foot to the floor, you're going to take the other foot and you're just going to slowly just walk it round as far as feels comfortable until you feel a little bit of discomfort in that hip, and then you bring that foot back. Glue that one into place, and then we go around the other way. Gently walking it round, keep that other foot on the floor if you can, and back round. We're going to do that 3 more times on each side. Round we go, and we go a little bit more, and then back to centre. Glue that foot properly down into the floor, and then round we go, and back to start. 2 more each side. Start to feel those hips just loosen just a tiny bit now, and then round we come. Really good for getting right into those deep muscles, deep within the hip socket, that tighten everything up, often when we're sat down at a desk or a chair for most of the day. And then round we come, and then one last time, twist it round, use those arms for balance, and back from there. Again, getting deeper into the hips, we're focusing on the insides. We're going to take a nice wide stance, feet planted. If you're wearing socks, maybe take them off, give yourself a bit more grip, and then from there we just lean to one side, and then back to the other. Lean to one side, use those hands resting just on the thighs if you want, and then back from there. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can reach the hand towards the opposite foot and around from there. Again, going for 4 or 5 more on each side. Over we go. Nice controlled movement, always slow and steady. Helps the muscles to lengthen and relax, but it stops them from bouncing back and actually ending up shorter than they were before. Over we come. And then just for the last few, we're going to come in, but we're going to twist that arm round as well. As far as you can get, again, never too far, just what feels mildly uncomfortable for you. And then last ones, and up we come. Again, side on here, you can use a wall. In fact, I'll show you first in a way to start with. Pop those hands onto the wall, nice and wide for stability. Pop both feet back, really sink them down to the heels, get a good stretch. And then just slowly swapping through. Much better against the wall. You get that extra push and that extra stretch in the calf muscles that again can get really tight through the day, especially if you've bumped up the walking or the running a little bit recently. They might be feeling a little bit achy. Couple more on each side. 2, 1, and then let them relax through there. We're going to move into our sides now, just moving up a tiny bit up the body from there. So at first we're just going to start hands down by the side, a little bit of a lean, and back up and then gently down the side. Be careful not to bounce on this one again. It's all about that slow control movement. That's what's going to coax those muscles and those joints into being a little bit more relaxed and feeling a little bit looser. Anything too fast, we can end up tighter than we were before. And also there's a bit of a risk of injury too. There we go, 2 more. Over we go. Keep that head up in line with the spine. And then we're going to take it up a little bit and we're going to make it hard. We're going into a sort of prisoner position, fingers interlaced behind the head. And again, we just get that tilt as far as feels comfortable. There you go, keep them coming. About 3 more each side. Over we go. Nice and slow, controlled. Keep that rhythm. Perfect. And then ease them up from there. I'm going to tuck this in for some of the upper body stuff and some of the more angle stuff we're going to do. One more on the hips. Just pop that knee down onto something soft if you can, a towel or a pillow or a cushion. Other leg forward so that your heel is directly underneath your knee. So you've got a nice 90-degree bend here. And again, you can hold onto a wall on the side if you want a bit more balance, or just rest the hands on the front here. I'm just going to gently rock forwards and back to an upright position. Rock forwards and back to start. A bit like a lunge, but with your back leg on the floor. And just gently opening up the front of this hip and also the quad muscles right at the front here. That again can get pretty tight when we're sat down. Perfect. And then as we loosen, just going to try and go a little bit further by just rocking back. So we've got a nice straight line here, but we can feel a bit more of a stretch in the hamstrings. So forwards for the hips and then back for the hamstrings. Forwards for the hips, back for the hamstrings. And we're going to do that twice more. Gentle. Keep that toe down if you can so that we can keep the calf out of it. But if you did want to do it with the calf, you could pull that toe up at the top there as well. And then ease them down. And I'm going to spin them around so you can see that other side. We're going to balance it out so we don't walk around in circles later. So again, heel under the knee, nice and tall, shoulders back and down, head up. And just start that rock initially. Again, just for 8 to 10 repetitions to start with. Slow, controlled pace. Make sure you've got something soft under that knee if you need it. And just gently rocking them through. 3 to go. There we go. Last 2. Heads high. And then we'll do 1 more. And now we'll start to add that hamstring and lean in. Rock through. Lean forward, back nice and straight. Push through. Always gentle, always controlled. This should leave you feeling a lot looser for the rest of the day. There we go. You can do these again later if you want. You can do them as often as you fancy, really. 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. Anytime anything's feeling tight, just have a breather. 5, 10 minutes, and it will make a difference. Last one. Rock them through. And then let them relax from there. We're just going to do a few on the upper body just to balance everything out as well. So we're going to take our fingertips up onto our shoulders, feet good hip shoulder width apart, and twist side to side. Not too far to start off with. Really good loosener for the spine, especially that upper bit, that thoracic spine, that again can get really tight. It's where we carry a lot of our stress. So we're just controlling it through. There we go. Keep them coming. Couple more. And then back to centre. And we're just going to take it up a bit. Give me your best James Bond. So we're going to bring the hands out, fingers together. Make a gun at the front. And then from there, we're just going to twist and round. I know you've got the theme tune in your head right now. So if you want to hum it as we go, feel free. And we're going to start to get the hips involved as well. So as we twist, we bring that leg around, twist, turn that foot in, and the whole body comes round. Just play with it. Try different positions, see what feels comfortable for you. You can twist the arm higher, you can twist it lower. Just trying to get as much movement into the body as possible. Different directions, fancy known planes of movement. It's just all about getting your body used to moving in different ways. Last couple. There we go. 1 more. Round we go. And then back up from there. Then we're going to take you through a slightly tougher one to finish everything off. Really going to get really deep into those hips and the thighs and in and around the knees. So we're going to try a bit of a fancy squat. I'm going to show you 2 varieties. An easier version and a slightly harder version. So easier version, you're going to squat down almost like you're doing a deadlift if you've ever done the weights movement. Holding the hands down. Think almost like a gorilla from there. And then from this position, you're going to sink and arch. Sink and arch. You're almost squatting into it and then really arching your back at the top. Sink and arch from there. If you want to carry on with this one, Feel free. If you want to take it a little bit further, make it a little bit harder, we're going to take 2 fingers from each hand. We're going to bring them down and we're going to place them under the toes. Feet are going to go a bit wider apart, and you're going to sink down into the squat, and then from there, lift up. Knees soft, don't need to lock the knee out, and again, only as far as feels comfortable, and then you squat them down, and you bring them back up from there. Again, those knees have got that nice soft bending. Fingers are under the toes if that feels possible. And then down, and then up. Again, play with it, see what feels comfortable to you. Down we go, up we come. We're going to go 4 more, and then you should be feeling loose and balanced for the day ahead. 3, down we come, 2 to go. Really deep in these ones. Should hopefully feel a little bit looser, big stretch at the top. Down we go, and then back from there. And then gently roll yourself up and out from there. And the day is yours. See you tomorrow, guys.